services, retail shops, and local activities for the entire family. The Daily Deal is 100% local. Find these amazing deals only at dailydeal.bakersfield.com.
This segment of Open Up is brought to you in part by Abeta-Weed, the locally owned company that has everything you need for lush, weed-free gardens and lawns, from the smallest backyards to the property of the biggest businesses, and with top-quality equipment and products better than the big chains, and they service what they sell. Located on Rosedale Highway, just east of Callaway, across from the promenade. Be loyal, buy local, abetaweed.com.
SDZs, learn no cure. Hey, 'cause I'm in
love. The Halloways from Tehachapi.
Yes!
They play a lot up there at the Sousa Ranch, up there, the Wine and Cattle Company, and every Friday evening it's called Wine Down. And a lot of times they'll be up there playing that. It's just great. It's so
Really,
much
I'm
fun.
so glad we have them on Open Up, Don.
All right, our next guest.
Don, we have Jim Williams with us today, and he is with Youth Financial Literacy. I found out about him. Someone called, and we were talking about different ideas for the show, and he struck a chord with me when he said, when I was young and maybe younger, he didn't know how to keep a checkbook, and manage his finances. And I thought, well, no one taught me either. So, and then Jim Williams and Youth Financial Literacy came into the conversation. And it's about helping youth, teaching them good financial management. And so welcome to Open Up, Jim Williams.
You bet.
Thank you very much.
Tell us all about Youth Financial Literacy. What is it all about? Who started it? And
Well, in 2012, I was serving as the Community Services Director for the Bakersfield East Rotary Club.
oh, okay.
And one of the projects that I had in mind was to establish a youth financial literacy program for high school seniors and emancipated youth in the greater Bakersfield area.
Okay.
So in the spring of 2012, we had a district Rotary Assembly, and I sat in on the community services session of that assembly. And when the moderator went around the room asking the different directors what projects they were working on, the community services director for the Twilight Club mentioned financial literacy. And I thought, I'm interested in that same project. So during the break, we met and decided that our two clubs would probably get together, collaborate on this project, share our resources,
Yes.
and develop a youth financial literacy program. So, in the summer of 2012, we met. Several members of both clubs met. We organized the program, and in January of 2013, we implemented the program. The program was implemented at Bakersfield East High School, Miramonte High School, and Covenant Community Services. Now, Covenant Community Services is the agency that handles emancipated youth.
Okay.
So that's why we kind of connected with them. The first year, we had 31 students total between the three entities to sign up and complete the program.
Oh.
The second year, we had 42 students. This year, we currently have 51 students enrolled in the program. The program runs for 8 weeks from the middle of January to around the middle of March. And then we have a graduation ceremony and present certificates of completion. Now, we also award small scholarships to students who successfully complete the program, $500 scholarships. But in order to qualify for those scholarships, the students have to attend 6 out of the 8 sessions, and they have to write an essay about how they would resolve a financial issue. And then the instructors evaluate those essays, rank them, and then we award the scholarships until we run out of money. One of the interesting points that the students made when during the recruitment process was, well, you know, it's nice that you're awarding the scholarships, but that's not the reason we're signing up for this program. We're signing up for this program because we want to become more financially literate. So that was quite inspiring for us.
Yes.
The program is 501c3 nonprofit corporation.
So you can accept donations from
Yes.
the community. Okay.
Yes. We have received continuous financial support from the Bakersfield East Rotary Club, from the Twilight Club, Union Bank and Bank of the Sierra, and DB and Company.
Our own David Bass.
Yes.
yes.
Wonderful.
And this year, we were very fortunate to receive a fairly substantial anonymous donation from anonymous donors.
Those are the
Yes.
best kind, aren't they?
Yes.
They come from the
Yes.
best people.
So because of that donation this year, we're going to be able to award several $1,000 scholarships, and we're going to award one $2,500 scholarship.
Wow.
Now, to qualify for the $1,000 scholarships, the students will have to attend 6 out of the 8 sessions, submit an essay, and obtain letters of recommendation from faculty, school administrators, or employers if they're employed. The $2,500 scholarship is kind of a contest between students at both schools because there's only going to be one
Okay.
that will be chosen between the two schools. That criteria will require the students all of the other things that I've mentioned, but in addition to that, they will be expected to go out into the community and promote the financial literacy program.
Excellent.
Jim, I would be very interested to know if you've had any way of tracking any of these students that have learned the principles of financial literacy and have gone on to significant financial success. Have you seen that yet or been able to track it?
Well, our plan is to do a 5-year study once we get through that 5th year to try to contact as many of the students as we can, the alumni, and to answer that question. But some interesting anecdotes at this point. Several students have indicated to the instructors that they have been inspired to open up savings accounts as a result of being exposed to the financial literacy program. Several students have indicated that they've been able to resolve issues for their families on their families' behalf with local banks as a result of what they
Wow.
have learned from taking the financial literacy classes.
Impressive. For those who want their children to grow up and be financially savvy and smart, excuse me just a minute, and can't go through this program, like for my son, when he was just young, I just established a little box and a few envelopes and we gave him an allowance, and 10% of that allowance went into the first envelope for a tithe to any charity of his choice.
Oh, excellent, Don.
And then the next envelope was savings, and I think there was one or other 2 categories, and then it was his spending money after all that was taken care of. So at least he had that minimal habit. What would you recommend like that for families who are trying to raise their children to really be savvy?
Well, I think that's a very innovative
Isn't it?
approach.
Yeah.
and that families can easily adopt and put in place. Several of students at both schools, high schools,
Oh, and by the way, I just heard from my son, and he said he'd saved a year's worth of salary.
Really?
outstanding. Several of the students have told us that they wish their high schools would offer more
Yes.
coursework in financial literacy.
Yeah.
If you take a cursory look, for example, at the curriculum in the Kern High School District, you don't see a lot. You see very, very little in the way of basic financial literacy that's being taught. Some of the students indicated that they get a smattering of it if they are in an economics course.
But only a smattering.
Yes, and then that's not the basics of money management. It's kind of the theories of economics, you know.
Jim, I have a friend who went through USC with a graduate degree in business. What is that? $200,000 to get that far, and didn't know the first thing about personal finance.
Wow.
Never taught it all along the way.
Yes.
That's amazing. You know, we only have probably about a minute or so left. Jim, can you tell us something about your background just really quickly?
Geez. Well, I was born in South America, Montgomery, Alabama, to be exact.
Wow.
Grew up in Virginia, early childhood. Moved to Los
Interesting.
Angeles
Yes.
when I was in junior high school. Graduated from inner city high school in Los Angeles, Thomas Jefferson High School. Got my AA degree from Los Angeles City College, my bachelor's degree from Cal State LA, my master's degree from Pepperdine, my PhD from Washington State University.
Wow. How impressive.
I was a dean at California State Polytechnic University in Pomona, California.
Yes.
I worked there for about 17 years. I've been president at Spokane Community College, president at Arapahoe Community College in Littleton, Colorado. I got there about 3 months after Columbine, by the way.
Oh, wow.
It's a whole other story, but
Yes.
Columbine is about a mile away from Arapahoe Community College. President at Modesto Junior College, and when I retired, actually had to go on disability retirement in 2006. I was chancellor of the Yosemite Community College District. So that's kind of a tiny bird's eye view
Yes,
of,
thank you.
That
It's
is
really impressive.
And not only that, Jim Williams has the most honest face. I'd buy anything he was selling.
Jim,
Well,
what are you
gee, thank
selling?
you.
Are you selling
Thank you. Financial literacy is what I'm selling.
Wonderful. Chris, do we have a billboard or I'm sorry, full screen for him? Thank you.
There it is, Youth Financial Literacy Program. And let's see, youthfinancialliteracy.net. That's the quickest way to get to him, youthfinancialliteracy.net. Jim, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And let's hear some more from the Halloways.
Go on, Serena, when you hear me on radio. It doesn't matter much if you play it fast or slow. It only turns me on when you hear my favorite song. Go on and turn me up real high.
Current Business Journal contains news and information from local business leaders and organizations. Topics include agriculture, health and medical,